A summer of decisions.
They gave the president far more immunity than I think many of us had predicted.
Our D.C. bureau is live with coverage on the Supreme Court's decision regarding Trump's immunity. Sent back. The Supreme Court also puts controversial social media laws from Texas and Florida on hold. And a Latin showcase.
I have a lot of influence from other parts of the world.
An inside look at Miami's Latin alternative music scene. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Benjamin Kior.
And I'm Anthony Cruz. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Some major changes coming ahead of the 2024 election. A critical decision made by the Supreme Court that is sure to have major implications on the 2024 election cycle moving forward.
D.C. Bureau reporter Amelia Orjuela is live to break down the results of former President Donald Trump's immunity case. Good morning, Amelia. What are you hearing outside the courthouse currently?
Good morning. In a historic decision, the Supreme Court ruled that former presidents cannot be prosecuted for what the court called official actions while in the White House. The 6 conservative justices signed the majority opinion while the 3 liberal judges dissented. What are they saying and what are the experts saying about this decision? Let's take a look. The Supreme Court partially sided with Trump in the case involving the January 6th Capitol insurrection, saying there is a distinction between actions during a presidency and those done as a private citizen. However, in a fiery dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor said, "Why is there a distinction that not even the Founder Fathers made?" writing the following: "The relationship between the president and the people he served has shifted irrevocably. In every use of official power, the president is now a king above the law." The court did not determine what constitutes an official act in this case, leaving that to the lower courts. Trump called the decision a big win while many people expressed their concerns on social media. Legal analysts have also shared their insights on the ruling and what is going to happen next.
They gave the president far more immunity than I think many of us had predicted. And I think what's even more notable here is the number of questions that they left open.
This now goes back to the district court, which has to hold a factual hearing to decide what was in the scope or out of the scope of the job. That in itself is appealable.
This decision probably delays a full trial in D.C., making it highly unlikely to happen before the November elections. Trump is also facing a federal trial in Florida involving classified documents, and this ruling might also affect Georgia's case. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Amelia Orjuela.
And moving to another significant decision made by the highest court yesterday, this time involving Florida, a couple of controversial state social media laws were put on hold. D.C. Bureau reporter Laura Palfrey has more from the nation's capital.
On Monday, the Supreme Court sent a key First Amendment case back to the lower courts as they concluded their final day before the summer recess, impacting Florida's ongoing legal battle with social media moderation. The cases originating from Texas and Florida focus on state laws that would regulate how large social media companies control content posted on their websites and apps. Both of those states enacted laws after the January 6th Capitol attacks that bar online platforms from removing posts expressing political opinions, with some Republican legislators in both states saying they are concerned that tech companies would censor conservative voices. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody tweeted, "We are pleased that the Supreme Court of the United States agreed with Florida and rejected the lower court's flawed reasoning, invalidating our social media law. We look forward to continuing to defend state law." Supporters of the Florida and Texas laws claim they protect internet users' freedom of speech. By sending these cases back to the lower courts, the Supreme Court said that these lower courts had not properly analyzed the First Amendment implications. This could ultimately impact how millions of Americans access news and information, and whether platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok can moderate content freely. Florida's fight to defend its social media moderation law isn't over yet. As the litigation continues, these decisions could set forth major First Amendment precedents and change the social media landscape. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Laura Palfrey.
A massive car pileup took place early yesterday morning and closed a portion of I-95 near West Palm Beach. As WPTV's John Shainman reports, the fatal car pileup took the lives of 4 people, one of them being a child.
At mile marker 153, the cleanup process Monday is long and arduous. in between the northbound Vero Beach and Sebastian exits on I-95, what is left of a 5-vehicle accident that involved 11 people. 4 were killed.
There are people still in the hospital, but as of right now, they're still in stable condition.
The initial investigation shows just after 2 in the morning, 2 vehicles that were traveling together for some unknown reason collided.
They became disabled in the roadway around the center lanes.
An SUV then collided with the 2 vehicles, ending up perpendicular in the roadway. The drivers of the initial vehicles got out to help. So now we have 3 vehicles stopped in the middle of the interstate in the middle of the night on a stretch of highway with no overhead lights.
A semi was coming northbound. Due to the lighting out here, was not able to see what was going on and struck the left side of the Dodge Journey.
The drivers of the first 2 vehicles, both from Miami, were killed, as was the driver in the Journey SUV and a 7-year-old boy in that car, both from Palm Bay. A 9-year-old, also in that SUV, was taken to St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach.
But right now, there's a lot of pieces, and we're trying to put it together.
At this point, it doesn't appear any criminal charges will be filed.
That was WPTV's John Shainman reporting. 3 young children were hurt. Their conditions have not yet been released.
Hurricane Beryl is now strengthened to a Category 5, becoming the strongest hurricane this year. At the moment, its eye is still moving west of the Caribbean Sea, as Haiti and the Dominican Republic are expected to be impacted later today. According to the National Hurricane Center, it could eventually hit Mexico as soon as this Friday, but luckily so far there are no signs that it could impact the state of Florida.
A woman from Orlando is in distress this morning after her vacation to Turks and Caicos could potentially end in her being sentenced to 12 years in prison. Sharita Greer pled guilty on June 27th to illegal possession of ammunition in her luggage. She was arrested on May 13th after security at the Howard Hamilton Airport in Providenciales found 2 bullets in it. Greer is a store manager in Orlando and admits to owning a gun for self-defense. However, she says she did not bring her gun on her trip and that the bullets were unintentionally placed in the bag.
Never brought a firearm into Turks and Caicos. It was only 2 rounds of ammunition that I knew nothing about in the bottom of my carry-on. You know, so it was never no intent for me to have that in my bag.
Another concern for Greer, outside of being nearly 800 miles away from being home from her family, is a looming prison sentence. Besides a looming prison sentence is her health. She says she has a history of blood clots, and after running out of her own medicine, Greer says her legs have been in tremendous pain. She awaits her sentencing on June 11th.
A heartwarming story this morning, as after a sheriff deputy was killed nearly 20 years ago in Marion, Ohio, now his son joins the forces to follow in his dad's footsteps. Landon Winfield was just 3 when his father, Brandy Winfield, died while in the line of duty, murdered by a man he had offered to assist when his car broke down. Almost 20 years later, inspired by his father's legacy, he joined the same county as him, putting the Winfield last name back on the chest of Marion County Police.
Took after my calling, I want to carry my family's name, which I'm doing right now. And it's like one of the proudest moments of my life. I think he'll be pretty dang proud of me choosing Marion County to start at.
Winfield was sworn in yesterday as the newest member of the Sheriff's Office, serving his community and carrying on his family name.
I just love stories like that. Coming up next, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is planning to set sail more often as of this morning.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
I have a lot of influence from other parts of the world. I have blues influence, rock, the Brit rock is one of my main influences, but all the music that I've been doing in my entire life has been in Spanish.
An event in Wynwood showcases local musical talent. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
there are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
An event in Miami allows local international musicians to showcase their talents. It was a Latin American showcase of the rising talent that took place in Wynwood.
Caplin's Ana Paula Mayorga gives you a snapshot of Miami's Latin alternative music scene.
There's a new musician night located in Wynwood called the Showcase Project, providing rising talent the opportunity to get on stage and express themselves through their music and art.
I have a lot of influence from other parts of the world. I have blues influence, rock, the Brit rock is one of my main influences, but all the music that I've been doing in my entire life has been in Spanish.
Each week, they highlight a different music genre. Last Saturday's theme was pop rock, with performances by Michi Sanz, Maga Córdoba, The Viaje Band, and Eduardo Atria.
Principalmente soy latina, entonces
I am Latina and my culture runs in my blood. All my family and people who support me share my culture. The music I consume is from Latin America, and I believe we're making a global impact with music in Spanish. The Showcase Project was organized with the help of Michi Sanz, who helped select the artists for the performance and made sure they all had a Latin American background.
Mi origen, soy ecuatoriana.
I am from Ecuador, and I started singing ever since I learned how to talk. Both my parents sing, they're musicians, and I grew up in that environment. The concert in Wynwood is free to attend. As a preview for their upcoming events, they're planning a reggae night and a girls-only performance.
On this stage, the Showcase Project will feature rising talent every week to provide them opportunities to be discovered and grow their music career. Reporting for Caplin News, I am Ana Paula Mayorga.
This morning, Disney is planning to nearly double its cruise ship fleet in light of its theme parks continuing to struggle. Its rivals, including Six Flags, recently saw an average of 25% increase in revenue. But the company is hoping to boost its business at sea with 3 new ships to help offset those losses. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Takes his first playoff win.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Benjamin Cure.
And I'm Anthony Cruz. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.